Well, hello YouTube, Louie here. Welcome to the weekend. I'm glad we made it. And what a week it was. So many exciting things happened this week. And I'm just going to be getting into the bullion today, talking a little bit about, just a few different things. I've got a favor to ask. I need some help identifying a giant silver serving pan that... Anyway, I'm not sure it's silver. I think it's not. I want to talk about poured silver, and mostly I want to talk about this guy that just came in from LPM Hong Kong. Boy, I really thought I would get it early and first, but I think there have been a video or two already. But let's get into, before we get going, and we'll talk about the markets as well. I'll let you know what I think is going on. And let's get into the germanium mint. Okay, you can have one of these too. They are all over the place, and I just want you to get a look at how this thing comes. This is just gorgeous. That is not the bar. That is the packaging for the bar. Are these guys not like one of the most impressive mints in the world? Their marketing and design is really second to none. Okay, let's pull this out of here, and there it is, the Germania Mint Silver Kilo. Got to be careful not to get my reflection in there. Now, what I want to tell you is this is wrapped in plastic, okay? And very much like the RMR, the Royal Mint bullion bars that are absolutely gorgeous, they are also wrapped in plastic, and you will never appreciate how beautiful this bar is until you take the plastic off. Okay, today, but I want you to take my word for it that this is a beautiful cast bar, shiny finish, and it has the bicephalous eagle, their trademark. Of course, it is 1,000 grams. They come in multiple sizes. And let me tell you a little bit about it, because I had a pretty good conversation with my contact over at Germania Mint, a fantastic guy. And the bullion offerings, you know, it's a brand new thing for the Germania Mint. And I had said to him, why in the world are you getting into bullion? You know, silver is hard to get. Most of your products bring double spot, or significantly $10 over spot or something like that, due to the quality of the product. And it just didn't make sense to me that they were entering the bullion market. But yes, indeed they are. They're entering it with force, and they're making multiple sizes. Their bars are all going to be serial numbered here. Okay, so these are A bars, and just like those RMR bars I mentioned I bought a few years ago, I'm going to call this the A code bar, and highly suggest you pick one of these up. I got this for about $1,000, which spot was higher when I bought it, so that was a pretty good deal. You can find them for about $1,000 now. That spot has dropped, and you may say that's too much. This is collectible bullion, in my opinion. And in addition to the other sizes, I'm not sure if you want to get a full set or not, but do check it out. And if you are looking to stack some pure silver, add some excitement to your stack with this beautiful offering. Okay, that is, I believe, now none of this is official, but I believe that's a hologram. And what they told me is they are working on a way for you to identify the authenticity, or perhaps they already have, perhaps it's on their website, but you can identify the authenticity of your bar through the hologram here on the back. Now, I don't know if that comes off with the plastic, or if that attaches to the bar. I don't think they would glue it on. I think it would have to be detachable, or easily detachable. But you're going to be able to verify the authenticity through the internet. They do have plans for more bars, many more bars. And when you think about these new offerings from them, think modern day Engelhard, okay? Like, I think that's kind of the plan. He didn't say that, but I think you're going to see a lot more from them, and it's going to be interesting and exciting. And if you want to stack lower premium bullion, well, this is not low. This is not, you know, $2 over. You might pay $4 over. You might even pay $5 over. But I like this just as much as I like the kooks, and I like, the other collectible Perth Mint coins, and any other collectible item. So I would like to get a big stack of these. I've got 2 so far. They are readily available in the U.S. And look for big things from Germania Mint in the bullion category. Really, really nice. And see, they put the quality into the bar, but it is highly finished. Just beautiful. Just beautiful. I would love to talk to the guys that make these, because you know, something like that doesn't just happen. It doesn't just happen. That's a beautiful cast bar. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into casting. They're not pressing this out of a giant metal die machine. They are pouring this silver, into molds, and they are, superheating it. And you get this cast effect here. You can tell it's cast because there's no ripple lines or variations in it. It's just pure. But grab some A codes before they switch the series. They switch the codes. I think those will be collectible. Well, I've got, and look at this in the box as well. I don't know if everybody gets the box. I imagine you do. But look at that cool little box to keep it in, wrapped in plastic, so it will never tarnish. But I do recommend that you pull that out of the plastic and enjoy it. If you're going to keep it forever, if you're not going to resell it, in a year or two, pull it out of the plastic and enjoy it. Yeah, I think you really will. So that's all I think I can tell you about Germania Mint for now, but I'm very happy to have that bar. It took 2 months for that bar to come, which ticked me off. LPM took forever to ship my last order. Maybe it had something to do with the Libertad set that I ordered. I'm not going to do the Libertad set in this video. I'm going to save that for another video. Wanted to talk a little bit more about poured silver. So what you see in front of you here are some other items right now, and I'm not only buying bullion poured cast silver, I'm also selling. And I'm going to show you a couple of the things that I have sold recently. And here is one. Okay, this came from a gentleman several years ago. His channel was Heavy Metal Hearthworks or something like that. He was a blacksmith. I believe he made blades and stuff. And really, really cool dude. I think he had a nice beard too. It totally looked like a blacksmith, and he had a great channel. We became friends. He dropped out of YouTube, but before he did, I was able to get one of his bars, his handmade bars. So I believe that is poured, could be cast, but then he put his blacksmith mark on there, which I thought was super cool. This is 5 ounces, $9.99. Yeah, or maybe I won it in a contest. That's possible too. I rarely enter contests, but it could be I won it. Anyway, he's gone, and I don't think he'd mind. I'm thinning out the herd a little bit with some of the poured silver, since physical silver is still in super high demand, guys. Okay, so yeah, the frost has come off the pumpkin a little bit here, and things are loosening up and spot is dropping, but there's still plenty of silver demand. This little bar sold for $35 an ounce. Okay, so 10 over spot. All right, can't complain about that. Here's another one I just sold, which I bought several years ago. It came in a custom-made box, and I don't actually know this gentleman. I bought this off eBay, but get that out of there. But this guy was so crazy about silver. He reminded me of myself in the early days, where I would spend weeks on a silver piece, designing it, pouring it, failing, trying again, trying to do something unique and awesome. Well, this guy not only made this beautiful, highly finished, I'm calling it a shiny bar. When he got done making it, he built a hardwood box for it to show it off and labeled it 999 silver. I think I bought this for about $22 an ounce, you know, and sold that for $35 an ounce. And you know, again, I'm just thinning out some of the oddball pieces that I don't have an emotional attachment to. Here's a couple more that are for sale. This is a bunker bullion bar, a bubble bar. It's in the plastic, and I think I've got this listed at 40 bucks an ounce, and it's worth it. I mean, he's got a tremendous product and a great reputation. And this is a 100-gram bubble bar. I think that'll sell, actually. Right? Just beautiful, just beautiful. I have several bunker bullion pieces, so I don't think he'd mind me selling that. And I think it'll do well. Gosh, I remember the old days, you know. I've been around for going on 10 years now, but there was a day where I had been around for a year or so and had a good, you know, modest following, over 1,000 subs. And I organized and we did a combined giveaway, the first ever YouTube stacking community giveaway with multiple channels in the silver community. And you know who was on that giveaway? Well, it was a young bunker bullion. He had just started pouring. I mean, like in it with a propane torch, like kind of thing. And so Hi-Ho Silver was part of that. He's the one that introduced me to the iMac and iMovie, which dramatically changed my videos. We had Lady Liberty Stacker in that group. She was starting out, had a fantastic channel, and she liked to collect and flip and so forth. Now she has a frying pan channel and does really well doing that, collecting and reselling frying pans. Numa Stacker was a brand new stacker at the time, and he was part of the group. We all donated silver pieces to the giveaway and just had a massive giveaway. One sad note was AU Rebel was part of that group as well. He is no longer with us, but he was the kind of guy that people wanted to be around, and he spent every week shouting out new channels. The community was a little different back then. A little different. I think it's a lot more commercial these days. You know, a lot of people trying to get a leg up. But anyway, that brought back memories of that. That was a fantastic time. A lot of green YouTubers that, you know, made their bones. All right, so let's move on. So yeah, I'm going to sell that one. Here's something that's for sale as well. And this is from Rick's Metalworks. Bought this retail from him. He and I are not friends per se, but I've always thought that he was one of the best silver smiths when it comes to hand-worked, hand-poured 3D castings in the world. Bar none. Bar none. I mean, one of the best. Maybe not the best. Maybe he is the best. I don't know, and I don't know what he's selling these days. I don't know what he's up to. But 6.5 ounces. Look at the eyes on that dragon. They're perfect. Do you know how hard it is to get a cast item? And I suspect this is cast because it's got a flat back. You know how hard it is to get that level of detail on all parts of your casting? Okay, that could be in a museum or on a king's nightstand. That's the level of quality of that. That's for sale at a really high price, and I don't have a real emotional attachment to it. But if it brings, you know, $50 an ounce or something, then that was a good investment for me. Here's something I am not selling as I go through my poured silver. This was made for me by the Bear when we were doing Surprise Me trades, and I was making stuff for him, and he was making stuff for me. He probably melted the stuff that I gave him. No, I'm kidding. I don't know. But I never melted anything the Bear made. Just beautiful. He's still around. So not sure where or how to get him, but this is his chopper. Again, a flat-backed cast item with just complete perfection. And that's the kind of thing I will never sell. But also one of the best casters in the world. And I'm keeping that one, so that tells you something. Let's see. So, yeah, and I've also got some MK bars stuff. I'm going to sell some of this exclusive MK bars. I think I was number 5 in the exclusive. He used to do a thing where he would give you a piece of silver every month for a subscription fee. And there's some beautiful items in here, but collectible poured silver has become, a really, really good investment. And I'm not saying necessarily the MK Bars stuff. He sold that for hefty premiums. But stuff that back in the day when we were all selling beautiful poured silver for $5 over spot, and spot was 15. Most of the stuff you'll see me show was purchased for $20. And I'll never forget all the shit we took from the community for ripping people off. I'm giving air quotes there, ripping people off by trying to sell them silver at $5 over spot, that everyone said, and I mean big channels said, you guys are con artists, you're ripping people off, it's a stupid investment, buy generic, buy constitutional. And look at poured silver now. People, you can't even find good poured silver on eBay at a reasonable price. The stuff like the Jaegers, fantastic investment, and then some of the individual pours. Also, people are paying good prices for even unknown poured silver. And then the stuff that does have a pedigree, well, that'll bring even more. Yeah, it's that exclusive MK bars. So poured silver is alive and well, and if you're willing to put your heart and soul into it, you can create something that will last forever and won't lose value. All right? You won't be taking it to the LCS. I don't think you should be taking it to the LCS and selling it for spot, or having them acid test it and drill it and then tell you it's worth half spot. So in regard to eBay, God, I just drone on, don't I? In regard to eBay, really quickly, somebody asked me, well, why do you sell on eBay and you pay 13% fees, et cetera, et cetera? Well, I recommend everybody give it a try. And just a little tip for you, if you have something expensive to sell, let's say you got lucky on the U.S. American Gold Proof Eagles the other day, and you have a $2,000 bar to sell that you bought for $1,300. First off, you're making money, right? Even if you paid a 13% fee, but you can get a subscription, an eBay store subscription, for something like $10 a month, and that'll drop your selling fee to 6%. Okay, so there's 6%, to eBay, 3% to PayPal, and you're left with a substantial profit if you're good at customer service and shipping and all that stuff. So check out the eBay subscription, store subscription, if you're going to sell something, especially something high priced. Just foolish to give that extra money to eBay, or sell in the community, or sell on Facebook, or whatever you want to do. But I just wanted to alert you that you can drop those fees by getting that store membership. All right, so let's see. Let's talk a little bit about the markets. Did I show you the Joker? No, that's, what is this? I've got all the COAs in another box because I didn't want to wrinkle them. So the market, something truly strange. Now, I do think demand has come down a bit, and not that there isn't still high demand. I mean, I wouldn't be selling generic poured silver for $35 an ounce if demand wasn't high. But just recently, I've tweeted out a couple of deals on 2021 Silver Eagles. Those are down. If you look really hard, you can get around 35. I tweeted some the other day that would be 34 after your credit card rebate, if you have that eBay credit card like I do. Link below. So I still think the 21 Eagles are going to be one of the hottest Eagles in history, and they're shutting down the U.S. Mint. Okay, preparing for the new security features and the new Type 2. So I don't know what that mintage will be when they're done. 10 million, maybe a little more than 10 million, but they're shutting it down. So if you want a 21 Eagle, I'd get one soon. Yes, I am paying nine over spot for them. I never thought I would, but. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I think they are going to continue to appreciate. Silver down here in the 25s is surprising, but something strange is really going on in the markets, in the financial markets, and I think it might have to do with the Fed jumping in on yield curve control. But it is pretty rare that you see the dollar rising and interest rates rising at the same time. And that's why both silver and gold, and I believe gold has more headwind because rates are going up, and gold doesn't do well when rates go up. And when rates go up a lot, gold really doesn't do well. So that's why I prefer silver over gold, although I think gold is cheap right here, and I'm buying a ton of it. But high interest rates are depressing gold prices, right? It's overshadowing the inflation trade. And the dollar has been dropping for a long, long time, and that's why silver, a commodity, has been rising. But right now, rates are rising, and the dollar has been rising. So I think there is a fear trade in the market. So, rates up and dollar up, silver and gold both down. I think rates will continue to rise, and that'll put a headwind for gold. However, I don't think the dollar will regain the strength. I think after we get through whatever's coming here in the next few days, I think the dollar will regain its fall, and silver will continue to march upward. And the thing about silver is once you've got it in your hand, really isn't that important. Unless you bought it with your milk money, it really isn't that important what the price does. I thought we'd be higher right now, but we've got some weird interventions happening in the world, and just watch out for downdrafts. But even if that happens, once you've got it, hang on to it. Wait for the next opportunity if you plan to trade it out. I would not trade it out even at $30. That's or a GSR of 65. Not my plan. No, I'm holding on for higher numbers. But we are back in a downdraft here. But seems to be a good floor under silver, right? It's not hasn't given up as much as gold has given up. That's cool, man. That is so cool. That is a band, and I'm blanking on the Killers. No, I'm blanking on the name of that band. Wait, really quickly. So that's it for the markets. Don't panic. Don't sell. But do what you want. I don't regret buying anything ever, even when silver was $15. I don't regret that. Are you kidding? I'm still alive, and I'm reaping the benefits. And the stuff that I'm selling is higher than the stuff that I bought by a lot. And I'm reinvesting that into other collectible, semi-collectible stuff and bullion and plenty of gold right now. Now, here's the thing I want to show you, this plate, for those of you that stuck around, the true believers. I've got these silver platters. We're cleaning up some old inherited silverware, which is sterling. And we are getting rid of some stuff that's really bulky and we don't need. Now, the challenge with a platter like this, which weighs about 5 pounds, or at least a couple pounds, is there's no maker's mark on it, and it is so heavy, I just don't believe it could. I'm sure that it is not pure silver. But what's curious to me is that, there's no magnetism to it. So what I wanted to ask you guys that work with this stuff is this silver plate over brass? Is that why it's not magnetic? And is there any value to it? I suspect not, other than the utility of a nice serving tray. I mean, maybe it'd be worth $50, like that. But there's no silver of value in here, right? Will you help me out with that? I got to tell my wife whether to get rid of it or it's worth $3,000 or something. So I appreciate your comments on that if you know. All right, I got many other things to unbox, but I can't do them all in one video. So keep an eye out for good deals. We got generic going under $30 right now. Might come down a little more. We got collectible stuff coming out of the Perth Mint. We got gold. The gold Libertads dropped at Provident Metal yesterday. I tweeted that out. After a long wait, they are, I think, the second U.S. retailer to release the gold Libertads. Not the proofs, but you want the proofs, right? You really want the proof. The BU is valuable. But Provident jacked up the price to about 10% above where I think it should be. It's still probably about 10% below retail, but not enough gravy there to make it worth such a heavy investment. They were selling no proofs at all. Don't know what they did with those. And, same thing, Silver.com, JM Bullion, and all these guys are all related now. They all had the same prices, and they all dropped the gold Libertads at the same time. So take a look for that if you have some there. But I think the BUs are getting a little pricey for the mintage levels. And I see the Mexico Mint is dribbling out some more stock, some more silver stock as well, which could depress some values here going forward. That may be why some of the coins are dropping a little bit in value. They seem to be continuing to dribble out 2020 stock. But who knows where that will end. But on those gold proof Libertads, the stated mintage is really low at 250. So I have several of those coming. I'll show you when they get here. All right, that's all I have. Hope you have a nice weekend. And, let me know your thoughts on everything. You guys take care. Louie out.